So in this video, we're going to talk about how to approximate solutions to exponential equations. So you can use a calculator to find the approximate value of a logarithm. You're going to locate the log or ln key on your calculator. Remember to use parentheses to make sure that your calculator follows order of operations. You're going to enter the numerator first and then divide by the denominator without clearing the calculator. You need to round to 4 decimal places because it is customary to do that with logarithms. So let's approximate the log of 13 divided by the log of 3 using a calculator. So you're going to go to your calculator and type log of 13 and then hit enter and then do divided by the log of 3. And so that'll give you a decimal and we're going to round it to 4 places because that's usually what we do when we're talking about logarithms. So your answer will be 2.3347. So now let's try solving 2 to the x minus 10 equals 34 and approximate the answer to 4 decimal places. So remember, to solve this, we need to get the term with a variable by itself. So I'm going to start off by adding 10 to both sides. So when I do that, I end up with 2 to the x equals 34 plus 10, which is 44. So now I need to solve by taking the log of both sides. So I have the log of 2 to the x equals the log of 44. So now using the power property, I'm going to bring this x down in front. So I have x log 2 equals the log of 44. Now to solve for x, I'm going to divide both sides by the log of 2. And so on the left side, I have x, and that x equals the log of 44 divided by the log of 2. And so I can approximate this on my calculator. I'm going to do log of 44 and then hit enter, and then divide by log of 2. And so that gives me a decimal that I can round to 4 places. So I have 5.4594. And that is my approximate solution. So I can also solve this equation. I have 4 to the 3x plus 2 equals 17. So the term with the variable is already isolated, so I'm going to take the log of both sides. So I have the log of 4 to the 3x plus 2 equals the log of 17. So what I'm going to do now is use the power rule to bring that exponent down in front. So I have 3x plus 2 times the log of 4 equals the log of 17. So I need to get that term with a variable by itself, but I can't do that because I have this log of 4 that's multiplying everything. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute that log of 4 to both terms. So I have 3x log 4 plus 2 log 4 equals the log of 17. So now what I'm going to try to do is I want to get everything with a variable in it by itself on one side of the equation, right? So this is my only term that has a variable. So I'm going to get rid of this 2 log 4 term and move it to the other side because that does not have an x in it, right? So I can do that by subtracting it from both sides. So when I do that, I end up with 3x log 4 equals the log of 17 minus 2 log 4. Okay, so now I need to get x by itself. Well, x is not by itself because there's a whole bunch of multiplying going on here on the left side. So I'm just going to kind of rearrange it a little. I'm going to write this as x times 3 log 4. Okay, and that equals the log of 17 minus 2 log 4. So I didn't really do anything crazy here. All I did was just rearrange the order of multiplication on the left side. Right, so all I'm going to do now to get x by itself is divide both sides by that 3 log 4. Okay, so I'm going to do that on my right also. So I am left with x equals log of 17 minus 2 log 4 over 3 log 4. So I can approximate this on my calculator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type log 17 and then hit enter. And then I'm going to do minus 2 log 4 and then hit enter. Okay, so that gives me my numerator. So that is like a decimal, and then I'm going to do divided by, and then I'm going to put this denominator in parentheses, okay? So I'm going to do divided by parentheses 3 log 4, and then when I hit enter, it gives me my final answer. So I have 0.014, and then I'm going to round that last place to 6. Okay, so that is my approximate solution. So you want to be careful about using parentheses when you have something like 3 log 4 in the denominator. So remember, you can solve an exponential equation using common logs and natural logs. You want to isolate the term with the variable and then take the common or natural log of both sides of the equation. And then you can solve for the variable. Use your calculator to approximate solutions. Remember to round to 4 decimal places.